हेलो नमस्ते सभी अड्डा 24/7 के स्टूडेंट्स को मेरी तरफ से मैं अमित बढ़ाना और मैं आ रहा हूँ 6 अक्टूबर को श्री फोर्ट ऑडिटोरियम नई दिल्ली सुबह 11 बजे। मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप भी वहाँ पर उपस्थित रहें और मेरी आने वाली वेब सीरीज एसएससी का ट्रेलर लॉन्च एक्सक्लूसिव देखें। वहाँ पर मैं आपको मिलूंगा, मेरी टीम वहाँ पर मिलेगी और हम सब मिलकर उठाएंगे ट्रेलर का लुत्फ। धन्यवाद। हेलो नमस्ते।
Hello everyone, a very good afternoon, a very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the Officers Adda channel of Adda 24/7. A very warm good morning to all of you. So I hope so. My voice is audible to all of you. My voice is audible, guys. Give me a quick reply. Okay, I hope so. My voice is audible to all of you. Okay, so what we are doing. Okay guys, so as you can see that we are doing the summary of the act, okay, and the important questions. So we have almost done Indian Contract Act, the general principle of contract, indemnity, we have done pledge, we have done bailment, we have done agency. Only one topic is left, that is contract of guarantee. After that we will start the SOGA Act. Okay, now so contract of guarantee. So contract of guarantee is basically, that is the creditor, principal, debtor, and that person is the surety. Surety is also known as the guarantor. Okay, so in the contract of guarantee, basically three parties are there and the three types of contract will be there. In the three types of contract, the first contract is between this, second contract this, third contract this. So three parties and three contracts are there in the contract of guarantee. And your surety, bank also act as a surety. Bank also act as a surety class. Okay, now see what is written here. A contract of guarantee, first of all, this is written in 126 of the Indian Constitution. It is the contract to perform the promise, discharge the liability of third person in the case of his default. So this is your 126. Contract of guarantee, the definition that is written in the Indian Contract Act. Okay. The provision of Contract Act are also applicable to the guarantee which is given by bank. So as I have already told you, bank also act as a surety or guarantor. So there are types of bank guarantee. So if I show you the example, financial bank guarantee, advance payment, deferred payment, and performance guarantee. In the performance guarantee, the bank is giving guarantee on the performance of a particular project of a person. That if you will not perform that project, we will give you the guarantee. Financial guarantee, if person is not able to pay the money, on that case the bank will be act as a guarantor. Advance payment, the bank will act as a guarantor. Deferred payment, in the installment, suppose if a person will be not able to pay the installment, so on the installment basis the bank is giving guarantee. So there are four types of bank guarantee. Bank generally obtain guarantee as a form of collateral for a debt. All these are examples of contract of guarantee and are bound by the rules which is laid down by Indian Contract Act 1872. So this is the complete definition of contract of guarantee. Now let's do the question. Okay, now we have to focus on the question. In a contract of indemnity, the indemnifier is primarily liable. Indemnifier. Everybody have to give me the answer. That is very much important. Yes, class. In the contract of indemnity, because this is the question of indemnity as well as a guarantee. So in the contract of indemnity, indemnifier is primarily liable. Indemnifier, because there are two parties, indemnity holder, which is also called indemnified, and indemnifier. So indemnifier is primarily liable. The answer is true. Okay. In a contract of guarantee, the liability of surety is secondary. That is true. The first liability is of principal debtor, second is surety. Anything done for the benefit of principal debtor is sufficient consideration to the surety for giving the guarantee. This line we have done in the paid class. I have already told you, if you really want to crack your exam, focus on the paid batch. Second, focus on the YT session, mock paper, and whatever questions I am giving you in the session. So class, in this one, in a contract of guarantee, the liability of surety is secondary, yes. And this is absolutely yes. Why? Because if a guarantor is helping principal debtor, that is a sufficient consideration for the principal debtor. So that's why this is true statement. Where there are co-surety, a release of creditor of one of them does not discharge the other. This is true and false. Co-surety means S1, S2, ST. Suppose 3 sureties are there. 3 sureties are there. So in that case you can see. So suppose if we release one, it does not discharge the other. The answer is absolutely yes. True. Principal debtor need not pay the surety after the surety has paid the amount to the creditor. Why class? Principal debtor, creditor, surety. So class, in the given question it is written, if the surety have paid on the behalf of principal debtor, the surety will not demand money from principal. This is absolutely false. This is false statement. Okay, because it is a right of surety to demand the money from this person. Okay, next, fill in the blanks. Surety is also known as what? Tell me guys. Surety is indemnifier, bailer, guarantor or bailee. So as you know that surety is guarantor. The liability of the surety is dash of the principal debtor. Coextensive, primarily, secondary. Now, in this question, many students will do secondary, if I am not wrong. But the right answer will be coextensive. Why class? Because this word has been given in the Indian Contract Act and we have to follow the law of that act. So for the B point, coextensive is the right answer. Now, a guarantee which extends to the series of transaction, it is called what? Series of transaction. Whether it is called continuing, invalid, irrevocable or journal. Tell me class, the right answer for C1. The right answer for the C1 is basically, that is called continuing guarantee because it is a series. So, continuing guarantee is there. Surety is dash if the principal debtor released by the creditor. If the principal debtor class released by the creditor, so whether surety is liable or surety will be also discharged. This is very good question. So in that question, the surety will be also discharged if the principal debtor is discharged. Okay. Guarantee obtained by dash is invalid. Guarantee obtained by dash is invalid. Guarantee obtained by misrepresentation, consent, agreement, contract. That is invalid. So class, guarantee obtained by misrepresentation is invalid. So this is your contract of guarantee. So I think guys, we have finished the contract of what? Guarantee. Okay. So now Indian contract is totally finished. Let's do the SOGA Act. SOGA Act, basically class, A person is there, B person is there. A person is giving goods to the B person and B person is giving the price of that goods to the A person, right? So in that case, what is this? A person is called seller and B person is called what? Buyer. Right, class? So now see what is written here. Sale involve two person, that is buyer and seller. We know who is buyer, who is seller. Then a contract of sale of good is a contract under which seller transfer the goods to the buyer for a price. See, seller transfer the goods to the buyer for a price. And always remember, in the Sales of Good Act, movable property deal. Only movable property deal with that thing. Movable property. Okay. When the property in the goods is transferred from seller to buyer, the contract is called sale. It's a quick revision. It's a summary of your act. The consideration for the sale of good is the money. It means that B person have to pay the money. The Sales of Good Act cover only the sale of movable property, not immovable property. That is important because immovable property, Transfer of Property Act deal with the immovable property. Next, the sales of good is important for the bank lending against assets is concerned. Exactly. For the bank also, suppose if borrower is not able to pay the money, so whatever the movable security that is deposited in the bank can sell it. The bank will become seller. That's it. Bank do not lend against unpaid assets in the view of seller lien on the asset. Bank do not lend against unpaid assets in which the seller's lien on the asset. Seller lien means holding. The seller become, the bank is the seller. So lien means holding of the property, holding of the security. When the transfer of property in the goods, it takes place at the future time. Okay. So when the contract of sale is go on at a future time, this is called agreement to sale. An agreement to sale becomes sale. It means future sale become present sale when the time elapse or the conditions are fulfilled, subject to which property in the good is to be transferred. Say class. So this is important. This is important, guys. Okay, so I hope so you people understand this topic. So basically we have done sale, we have done agreement to sale. A quick revision. What is condition? What is warranty? That is very important. Condition is basically what? Guarantee. Condition is basically guarantee. No shopkeeper, no seller give us the guarantee. Guarantee means suppose if the things will be defect, the buyer have a right to return the goods and refund the money. That is called condition. And warranty means only replacement. So according to the definition of condition, it is if a stipulation agreed between parties essential to the main purpose of the contract. Just learn this line because in the question that line can become in the exam. And what is warranty? Collateral to the main purpose of the contract. So this is important. This is important, guys. So here main purpose and here collateral. So you have to learn these words. The sales of good deal with the rights and obligation of buyer seller, a part of the condition warranty covering the sale of goods. Exactly. The provision of the act are relevant to the banker who often act as an agent for collecting the bill. Okay. The bank also, bankers also act as an agent. Agent means who work under the direction of principal. So in this case, the banker will act as an agent for collecting the bills accompanied by the documents to the title of goods and as a holder for the value while discounting the bill finance against the goods. So in that case, the banker act as a this and banker act as a holder in the Sales of Good Act. And the last topic is unpaid seller. Unpaid seller means the buyer have not give the full price of that goods. So the seller become unpaid seller. So following rights. A lien on the goods for the price while he is in possession of the goods. In the case of insolvency of the buyer, Insolvency means the buyer become insolvent. The right of stopping the goods in transit. He have a right. And right to resale and right to withhold the delivery of goods. So these are the rights of unpaid seller. So unpaid, that is not fully paid by the buyer. Please see the rights. Okay, class. Now let's do the question. Let's do the question. Okay. Dash means consideration for a sale of good. Consideration for the sale of good. Yes, class. What will be the right answer? Now we are doing the questions of Sales of Good Act. Now, guys, we are doing the questions of Sales of Good Act. Dash is the consideration for sales of goods. So we know that price is the only consideration. Goods as defined under Sales of Good Act do not include goods. So just remember the definition of goods. So when the definition of goods, share includes, stock includes, grass include, but actionable claim no. So you can see that each word we have just read in the paid batch. Each word, each line we have just read. Dash goods are to be manufactured, produced, acquired by seller after making the contract of sale. That is good question. Yes. So this is basically the future goods. Dash goods means goods identified and agreed upon at the time of contract of sale. So identified, that is called specific. Everything we have just done in our session, every question, every line we have done in the paid class. So that's why whatever that is written in the book, the content we are covering in paid batch and the summary and questions we are doing here. Dash means voluntary transfer of possession from one person to another. Delivery, lien, indemnity, suit. So the answer will be delivery. When transfer of the property in the goods is take place at the future time, class, future time. What is called? Agreement to sale, contract of sale, contract of future goods, contract of specific goods. What is the right answer? What is the right answer, guys? So that is called agreement to sale. In dash, the ownership of goods yet future. So if we are talking about future, that is called agreement to sale. That's it. Okay. Now, equity share are goods within the meaning of sales of good. Equity share. So just remember that share is included in the definition of goods or not. So whether share is equity, preferential, doesn't matter, share are goods. True. Fixtures can be regarded as movable goods only if they are intended to be severed and sold property. Fixtures means, suppose house is there. No, suppose a tree is there. Tree is fixed. So trees are immovable. But when we just cut the tree, that's become the movable. So this is absolutely true. Okay, next. If a stipulation agreed between parties is essential to the main purpose, we have just highlighted. Essential to the main purpose, this is called condition. A dash collateral. Guys, collateral to the main. So this is called warranty. There is an implied condition on the part of seller that he has a right to dash the goods. Implied condition on the part of seller that he has a right. It means right. If the buyer is not able to pay the full price, so the seller have right to what? Use, sell, resale what? What is the right answer of C1? Right to sell the goods. Okay? If a sale of good is by dash, there is an implied condition that the goods shall be correspond with the description. So this is called description. Why class? Suppose if seller describe me that Nikita ma'am, this is the jacket and you can just use in the jacket, you can just use the jacket in the -1 degree Celsius temperature. When I was just using this jacket, but I was feeling so cold. It means whatever the seller have described, that is not according to that description. So in that case, description is right answer. In every, what is this? In every, when property in the goods have not passed the buyer becomes insolvent. Before the price is paid, the seller can withhold the delivery of good. Withhold means if the buyer is not able to pay the money, so the seller can withhold. Tell me guys. A point is that in every contract of sale, it is implied that the seller got right to sell the goods exactly if the buyer is not able to pay the money. An implied warranty as to quality or fitness, particular purpose may be annexed by the uses of trade. That is right. Both are true statement. What is implied warranty? Implied warranty means only the replacement of the part, not as it is goods. Okay? So implied warranty as to the quality and fitness, particular purpose may be annexed by the uses of trade. The seller of a goods is deemed to be unpaid seller when the price has been not paid. There is a no dash as to the quality of fitness goods of any particular purpose. What is the right answer for the B1? So as we know that this is called implied condition, because in the paid class we have just done the implied condition, the types of implied condition. So quality and fitness comes under the types of implied condition. When the dash is possession of goods, a lien can be excised. When seller is in possession of goods, the lien can be excised. The dash terminated when the buyer gets possession of goods. The lien terminated when the buyer gets possession of goods. Lien means holding the property. When the property in the goods has not passed to the buyer and the buyer becomes insolvent before the price is paid, the seller can withhold the delivery of goods. Tell me guys. Can withhold or not? The answer will be yes, he can withhold. The seller who has accepted negotiable security as an absolute payment has no longer, exactly, absolute payment is there. So why he will be called as an unpaid seller? No, that is not called unpaid seller. So this is called your what? SOGA Act. So guys, still if you want to know each thing of the BRBL, this is a video course. You can take it of English medium video course. Each and every concept of your book is there in this video course. Okay, and this is your prime test pack of ABM, BFM, ABFM, BRBL subject. So if you want to take it, you have to use the code for test pack *15 and for the video course *77. So that's all for today's class. Have a nice day.